So, as promised, here's a roundup of all the results in the two major European tournaments that have been played out this week. We're talking about the Europa League and the Champions League. The matches that were played this week were all last 16 matches, and just briefly to explain that the quarter-final stage of both tournaments now will be played at one venue in a knockout tournament, and that all starts next Friday. The Europa League will be played in Germany, and the Champions League will be played in Portugal. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to look at the results from the Europa League, and basically we had a number of matches in the Europa League this last week. 8 in all, am I right there? Yep, 8 in all, which brought us down to last 8 fixtures. Some of them were second leg fixtures, but 2 matches were one-off knockouts because the first legs were not played due to the COVID-19 outbreak. So let's go through them. The first set were played on Tuesday, and at Old Trafford, Manchester United were at home to LASK, the Austrian team. They'd already won the first leg out there 5-0, so this was a really not much of an inspiration to watch, although the Austrians played well early on. But Manchester United basically had a reserve team out, although some commendable players, of course, and they eventually came from a goal down to win by 2-1, thanks to a late winner by Martial, who came on as a substitute, and so they won the tie overall by 7-1. Next up, we were in Copenhagen, and they were playing Istanbul, and the first leg basically had gone 3-1 to the Danes, and they then delivered a 3-0 scoreline at home to comfortably go through 6-1 on aggregate. Next up, we were in the Ukraine Shakhtar Donetsk against Wolfsburg. They won the first game by 2-1, made heavy weather of it at home, but finally in the last 15 minutes, Wolfsburg caved in, and Shakhtar eventually won the game by 3-0. So they went through 5-1 on aggregate. And the last game on the Tuesday night was the one-off fixture played in Germany between Inter Milan and Getafe, the Spanish team. And goals from the ex-Premier League stars, Lukaku and Eriksen, delivered a 2-0 win for Inter. So that put them through. Now, the following night, we had 4 more matches. Firstly, to Molineux, Wolves against Olympiacos from Greece. The first leg had gone to a draw 1-1. Wolves took the lead from an Jimenez penalty, and had a bit of luck, really, because an equaliser by the Greeks was ruled out for offside, and they hung on to win the game by 1-0. So that put them through on aggregate 2-1. Next up, into Switzerland, Basel playing at home to Frankfurt. They'd already beaten the Germans 3-0 in the first leg. They scraped over the line here, winning by 1-0, and so aggregate 4-0. Fine, and then into Germany, we had Leverkusen playing Rangers. The Germans had won the first leg in Glasgow by 3-1, and they won by a solitary goal here, going through 4-1. And the final match in the Europa League, Sevilla were at home to Roma. Now, Sevilla have won this title 3 times, so they were fancied, but Roma, always a difficult team to overcome. But the Spaniards did it relatively comfortable, winning by 2-0. So there we have those 8 teams now have qualified for the quarter-finals, and let's just go through the revised draw. On Monday, on the 10th of August, 2 matches will be played in Germany, as I said. Inter Milan will play Bayer Leverkusen, and Manchester United will play Copenhagen. And the winners let's get on to the second set. On the 11th, Shakhtar will play Basel, as I say, on a neutral ground in Germany, and Wolves will take on Sevilla. Now, following those results, there will be no second legs. It will go to a penalty shootout if necessary. What will happen is that the winners of the Inter Bayer Leverkusen match will play the winners of the Wolves Sevilla match, which means that Manchester United avoid potentially the biggest threats, Inter Milan and Sevilla. And the winner of Manchester United and Copenhagen will play the winner of Shakhtar Donetsk and Basel in the semi-finals. Let's now move on to the Champions League, and matches were played in the Champions League on Friday and Saturday, and the first of them on Friday, Juventus were at home to Lyon, and they lost the first leg by 1-0. So into the second hand, and they went behind early on from a penalty by Depay. But they rallied, 2 goals from Ronaldo. The second was an absolute peach, first from the penalty spot. Actually gave them the victory on the night by 2-1. But Lyon went through on the away goals rule. They of course had got that 1 goal in Turin. So Lyon in to the next round. The other match was at the Etihad, and it was Manchester City at home to Real Madrid. 2-1 the first leg in the Bernabeu to City, and 2 dreadful blunders by Barem at the back for Real. Both of them capitalised by Jesus, who set up Sterling for the first goal, and the second one he bagged himself. A goal from Benzema levelled the tie 1-1, but Real were never ahead in this tie, and Manchester City go through 4-2 on aggregate. Now to last night's matches. The first match in Munich, Bayern Munich against Chelsea. They'd already waltzed through the first leg in London by 3-0, and 2 goals by Lewandowski, their hot Polish striker, brought them to an easy 4-1 win in their home leg. So on aggregate, they'd beaten Chelsea by 7-1. Yeah, that's food for thought for Frank Lampard before he heads into another Champions League campaign starting in October. The other match was in the Nou Camp, and it was Barcelona at home to Napoli. The first leg had been drawn in Naples 1-1, and basically Barca were far too strong. A really neat goal from Messi in amongst that, and they won the game by 3-1. So went through on 4-2 on aggregate. So what does that do? Well, basically it means that the next round of matches, we've already had 2 quarterfinals already for action. These involve the teams that had won before, and my memory now, it just escapes me for a second, but on the 12th of August, Atlanta will play Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, all of these games will take place in Portugal, one-off knockout games. On the 13th, Leipzig from the Bundesliga will play Atletico Madrid. And then on the 14th, Lyon will take on Manchester City. And finally, on the 15th, Barcelona will play Bayern Munich. That certainly looks the juiciest tie of the round. And then the winners, well, the winners of Atlanta, PSG, Leipzig and Atletico Madrid will play in the first semi-final. The second semi-final, Lyon or Manchester City will play Barcelona or Bayern Munich in the second semi-final. So that's the Champions League and Europa League updates ready for you. It's going to be a feast of football next week. I'll have to say though, with no crowds, the matches aren't really setting the place alight. The stronger teams just appear to be getting stronger, and the weaker teams with no crowd support are getting weaker. But anyway, let's look forward to those matches next week, and I'll be back with a roundup after all those quarter-finals have been completed.